There have been a few rumors lately that have been building over time that PlayStation is hiring teams of people to work on emulation. More importantly, that PlayStation 3 emulation, that cell processor, has Sony stuck when it comes to unlocking great first, second, and third-party content from the PS3 generation to be played natively on the PlayStation 5. An article recently talked about this, and I'll link it in the description down below so you can read it. I tried out the streaming because there are great games like Infamous 1, Infamous 2, and first-party games as well, second-party games, and third-party games that are stuck behind the streaming service. You cannot download them natively. I'm not a fan of streaming, and I'm not a fan of not being able to play legacy content, especially first-party content. Sony first-party is usually really great in every generation that they're in, and this series was something special. Resistance 1, I loved Resistance 2, but playing it through streaming, like I'm doing here, the image is incredibly soft. The graphics just do not pop the way that I remember them on the PlayStation 3. There is input lag, and there's just an overall feeling of disappointment when I'm trying out these games, whether or not they're streamed on the PlayStation or the Xbox. Streaming is just not a great way to experience video games. One of the key differentiating factors between the Xbox and the PlayStation is Xbox's adherence to legacy content. There's so much content from the Xbox 360 generation, first party, second party, third party, that you can play, that you can purchase, that you can download, natively play from the console. If you purchase that console or that content digitally, all that stuff is there for you to play natively as well. They've got auto HDR, they've got some frame rate boosts in certain games, but with PlayStation, their second and third party and first party games from the PlayStation 3 generation, most, if not all, are just stuck behind that streaming service, especially great first party content. Infamous, all the Ratchet and Clank games, they're stuck because of that cell processor. And this rumor, it keeps on gaining traction. People keep talking about these teams, these people that Sony are hiring to work on emulation, new emulation. They're trying hard behind the scenes to get this to work, and the rumor is that it's already up and running. They're just waiting for more and more users to make that switch to PlayStation 5, and then they're going to unlock that. Now, I am a member of PlayStation Plus Premium and Game Pass, and to be honest with you, there are more games on PlayStation Plus Premium. There are more Japanese-style role-playing games on PlayStation Plus Premium, and I do think that the service is a little bit better right now than Game Pass, which has been out for about 5 or 6 years. Now, the selling point day and date, Microsoft's Xbox's day and date first-party content is a mystery, hasn't been really great. Forza Horizon 5 is the best, but when it comes to these legacy games like Infamous, like Ratchet and Clank, like Sly Cooper, there's so many other franchises that I can think of that are just stuck behind that streaming. And playing it here, I played a little bit of this game. I loved it when it came out, but this experience just left me feeling sad that all of these great games I cannot experience on my PlayStation 5 natively. At least give us the option to buy these games. If not, just play them natively. I do think it's going to happen. I'm very excited for it to happen because in the PlayStation 3 generation, I mean, this was amazing. This game demonstrated the difference between PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. Sony's first party was firing on all cylinders. They were creating great content, great franchises. Now, Infamous, Infamous 2, Resistance, Resistance 2, Resistance 3, Killzone, Killzone 2, Killzone 3, all of these games, the Ratchet and Clank games, man. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is a phenomenal game, and there are so many Ratchet games on the PlayStation Plus Premium. All of them are hidden behind that streaming service, and I just want those games to be downloadable. I want them to be playable natively on the PlayStation 5. Take a look at Resistance here, Resistance 2. This was incredible for its time. The PlayStation 3 utilizing that cell processor to do things that you couldn't have maybe on other consoles, but At the time, who would have thought that that cell processor would be such a pain in the ass years later when it comes, what is happening here with her? Holy shit. When it comes to getting that content on the PlayStation 5, it's got to happen. I want to play these games natively. I want to see them in all their HD glory, and I want to relive the past when it comes to that legacy content that Sony created, because that's what keeps you invested in the platform. It gets you excited. I'm playing Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart again. I'm streaming that on my Twitch channel. Go check that out. One of the best games this generation. Really shows you what Sony's vision is for a system, moving things forward graphically, presentation, animation, gameplay. And I wanted to go back and play games like this because, again, at the time, these were the games that were showing off Sony's first party, what they were doing with their hardware. And it's important. It's very important. Xbox definitely gets a leg up here when it comes to supporting not only their own content, but everyone else's as well, second and third party. So Sony's got to get this done. This is the Achilles heel for the PlayStation Plus Premium and Essential service. The streaming hidden behind the streaming service. It's okay to have streaming as an option, but it should never, ever take the place of being able to play a game natively on new hardware. You should be able to experience this. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I think Sony knows, and I think it's only a matter of time before this happens. Thanks for watching.